Welcome back to a new video, guys. For the Kieran. Today, we have a very special guest, Suspect Shark. I'll have links to his channel below in the comments. But today we're going to be reviewing, doing a deep dive review, extension review into Halloween Ends. And we got Shark here today. He knows more about Halloween than I do. So he's seen Halloween End. He's seen all of the Halloween movies. So you say what's up, Shark.
Oh, what's up, man? Glad to have you. Glad to have me here on your show here. Yeah, like you said, man, I'm a hardcore, diehard fan of the Halloween franchise. I know, preferably, you're more of Friday the 13th, but I know you've seen the last three or last four of them with me. So
Yeah.
So I know you've seen at least six of them out of the 13 movies. But yeah, I've been a hardcore fan for a long time, long as you know me.
Oh yeah.
I've seen them all numerous times, and all of them have faults, and all of them have positives. But man, Halloween Ends,
That's something else,
dude. Telling Foot Dog, man, when I was so mad, I wanted to leave the theater so many times.
Nobody was happy with that movie. And in theater, and when we was watching it in theaters, no one was happy with it.
I just all the like I did some research on the director. He said it was never meant to be a Laurie and Michael movie. It was never going to be about Laurie and Michael. But I mean,
It doesn't make any sense. Which, like I remember you telling me earlier off screen, you was telling me that they built it up to seem like it was Michael and Laurie.
It was. If you watch all the trailers for Dog, it'll say like one final face off, or it'll say the final showdown, or she'll say say goodnight to the boogeyman. Like it leads up like it's gonna be between them two, but it's not. It's really what the movie's really about is Laurie, Corey, and Kent Allison. It's really their movie. Michael is just more of like a background. Like he's there.
It's not even his movie.
Right. You could have.
It's Corey's movie, to be honest with you.
Literally, you could have took Michael out of this movie and it would have. It's still like you would have said, "Oh, okay, yeah, I wouldn't have seen that as a Halloween movie because it just don't feel like it." Because like the last two movies I've seen all three of them in theaters, but I seen Halloween Ends day one, like soon as it came to theaters. Kills in 2018, I seen the next day. But man, there was nobody in that theater that left happy.
No,
nobody. I didn't hear any positives. I don't understand. Like, I sit here and I go, okay, I can see how people would say, well, you don't understand. You just want the same old, same old. I'm like,
but the way they build it up, it just, I don't know.
Right, like you sit there and you go, like, really? You're gonna tell me that now for some reason Michael hasn't killed someone in 4 years and he's all hobbited and decrepit and he can't barely do nothing.
Shaking after he killed that dude in the sewers when Corey brought him the gun.
Oh yes, dude. I remember looking at you like, dude, what are we doing? Is he soul swapping? Why is he doing that? He didn't do that in any of the other movies, even the last three movies.
It's only been 4 years. There's no way he didn't go without killing for 4 years. If you say that that's his first kill in 4 years, there's no way because if he was living in that sewer, they're saying that he was eating people too.
You know what? I could see that. And another thing that was out of character. Why would he drag someone into the sewer to him? It's Michael don't do that. The only time Michael ever interacts with the body is usually when he's setting it up to decorate after he's killed someone. And then I could see Michael was a little weak, so I can understand him escaping Michael. Well, Michael was a little weak, so I can understand Corey escaping his grasp, but like that whole them looking in each other's eyes and like they made it seem like Michael could understand Corey. And Corey can understand Michael. And it felt like Corey had like a bat signal to call Michael wherever he needed to. I was just like, so you're gonna sit here and tell me this man understands Michael? Loomis works with him for 15 years, and even he said he's purely and simply evil. He needs to die. So if you're gonna tell me this kid who don't even know him, all of a sudden can understand him and call him anywhere he wants like a damn bat beeper.
Yeah, he was just calling
bat signal,
telling him do all this, do that, and then I don't know what they was going for this movie because when they made Michael look weak in this movie. The way Corey forces get his mask away from him.
All that scene, dude. Okay, speaking of that scene, he's going to, like, I like the way the camera panned into the tunnel, but why was Michael just standing there like that? In all the other scenes, Michael was not. He was in the shadows.
Yeah.
But you going to tell me this man going to walk in here and grab Michael's mask and slam him to the ground? And Michael did put up a little bit of fight. But he going to slam him to the ground and say, oh, you're just a man in a mask.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It made it seem like Michael was literally just a man. They took all what made him scary out of the movie.
It took everything what happened to him, that he done in 18 and in that little series.
And kills, yeah.
Kills. And they just made him weak. I don't know.
It was like they were like, you know what, we're obligated to make a Halloween movie, but we don't want to make a Halloween movie just about Michael and Laurie. I mean, that's what I show up to see. That's what I pay. And honestly, I think they should have died together. I mean, the way
they should have died together.
I remember you telling me off camera they should have died together. Like to me, Michael. It feels like Michael's in the movie for barely 10 minutes. Yeah, and he gets what is it? 3 kills he gets.
Yeah, 3 kills.
He gets the dude in the sewer. That woman he pinned against the wall whenever Corey was killing that doctor. And Corey. He kills Corey. Yeah. But Corey got all the best kills, dude. Like that.
The one in the radio station?
Yes, when he was hitting his face and cut his tongue off with those scissors.
The record player kept going around the tongue.
Yeah,
he kept, skipping.
He killed those 3 teenagers too.
Yeah, when he got him trapped under that fence.
That girl, and he grabbed that one dude with the blowtorch.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't like the way they make it seem like his mask is what gives him his power. No, the mask is just telling you that he's blank and emotionless. He has no emotions. That's all it's telling you. It's not meant to say, oh, well, the mask gives him his power, so without his mask, he's nothing. No, that's just another part of him, another piece of him, because he could kill without his mask.
Yeah, he can. He's done before.
It's like Jason. He doesn't need the hockey mask. It's just a part of him.
Yeah.
It's just like Scream. He doesn't need the mask. It's a part of him. Like, it's just to say, like, he's to say, when you look at him, he's pale, he's emotionless, he has no emotions. That's his face. And then, dude, like the characters, I'm not saying that I didn't, some characters, I like Corey, I liked his character, but it just, I just wasn't feeling that he was supposed to be Michael.
Yeah, dude.
And he can understand him.
That was crazy.
Like, it didn't make sense. Like, how could he know where Michael's going to be? Like, that scene with the doctor and the nurse, he can call him. Like, how did Michael follow him?
That's what I'm saying.
But if that's the case, if Michael was getting juiced up and powered off killing that one dude, when he killed her, shouldn't he been up to full?
And then he kept unraveling his bandages. Every time Michael killed the person, or he killed the person.
Yeah, when Michael killed the person,
I was like, what is he doing? Is he, like, I remember you say, is he healing?
Yeah, you remember that dude?
He kept looking at his hand and taking off the bandages. Because you remember he got cut.
Yes, by that, what was it? That bottle. Remember he broke the bottle in his hand? Yeah, because I remember looking at you going, dude, what are we doing? Yeah. Is this Scream? 2 killers, or is this Invasion of the Body Snatchers where he swapped bodies? Like this, like I liked the Corey character. I just didn't like that. I didn't like that at all.
I think they should get in the final movie.
Introduce a character like this in the final movie of a trilogy, and we're not. I'm pretty sure this isn't going to be the end of the Halloween franchise. Like, no. I think either there might be a TV show next, or maybe another movie.
I could probably see a TV show. Maybe.
Right, and like, the guy that played Michael, James Hugh Courtney, dude, he did phenomenal. All 3 movies. He's one of my favorite Michaels now. He did, like, him, he was S tier.
Yeah.
He was superb. Laurie, I don't really show up to see her. I mean, she was there. I think she should have died in 2018, honestly.
Yeah.
And then had the drama, have the from her dying, have that be Karen and Allison's characters be going through that trauma, and then Michael kill Karen, and then ends, to me, should have been Allison left alive. To say, you know what, you killed my grandmother, my mother, I don't care anymore. But no, they didn't go that route.
And Allison is the granddaughter,
of Lori. Yeah.
I don't get how she fell in love with it, Corey, and she was going along with. She knew he was murdering people.
And, right, and I seen that. Like people were like, "Wow, like you haven't seen this dude in 4 years." Like she acted like that was the first time she's ever seen him in 4 years. Yeah. And I don't like that they said like they didn't say it, but they made it almost an assumption like his eyes changed colors to black. Yeah. That's not how you. No, dude, that's not how that works.
That's some paranormal stuff. I don't know what they do.
That's what I'm saying. You ever seen Invasion of the Body Snatchers where they go into people's bodies? Like they sort of like this has happened before in another franchise. Like for instance, in your Friday the 13th franchise, Part 5, it was a copycat. Yeah. But Michael wasn't dead though.
No, he wasn't.
Jason was dead in Part 5. He supposedly was dead, so they did a body copycat. But Michael wasn't dead. Why did you have him in the background not doing anything? Man, and that dude, that foot dog, that ending, dude.
It felt like it wasn't gonna end like. It felt like they had a different ending. That was kind of like rushed because the way everybody came together. Like, how did everybody know that he was dead? Because you remember everybody came.
Yeah, the whole town.
Yeah, the whole town. Yeah.
Like I just didn't. That ending to me, I know you told me you liked it, but to me, I felt it was rushed because literally it felt like it was like 1, 2, 1, 2, done.
Yeah.
And she like slit his throat. Like, you mean tell me knives are gonna keep him pinned down?
That's what I'm saying. You see what he did? He first, remember he came up with the knife. Well, he didn't. He came up with his hand and his knife sliced through it.
Yeah, like come on.
He was still trying to choke her. While he was
yeah.
He could have did the same with the other hand.
He broke it, and then she slits his throat,
and then cuts his wrist,
and then puts him in that thing. I thought they were gonna do like, because the way the camera panned to me, I thought he was gonna grab her and they're both gonna go in the thing. But I don't know why this is just how this came across me. But you remember? Have you seen Spider-Man 2?
Yeah, I've seen.
Remember the scene where they lifted Spider-Man up and were carrying him?
Yeah.
That's what it reminded me of, and I was like, isn't that more of something you'd see they do for heroes?
Yeah.
I thought this is what I thought. I thought whenever they were carrying him, I thought they were going to tear him apart. Like each person wanted a piece of him.
Yeah.
But no.
No.
And man, I'm not saying that Michael can't be killed, but like y'all nerfed him.
They did bad.
So bad.
Like Corey was the main killer in this movie.
Like this was literally should have been called Halloween, featuring Corey with a cameo by Michael. Yeah. Like,
because he was only I think he only had like 10 minutes of screen time. If you really think about it,
I think if you don't count the flashbacks to kills in 2018, yeah. But my thing is, dude, so you're gonna tell me this was the ending to this was your conclusion to the ending of these 3 movies. I don't think that, because I've seen, or I think I read some kind of thing. I've seen rumors that the original intent was all 3 movies going to happen in one night. Yeah, and I prefer that. I wish they would have did that, because if you see the way 2018 and Kills are filmed and the cinematography and stuff, they look like they could go together. But if you see Ends, it felt like, to me, Ends was...
It did feel like a completely different movie.
Right, like, did it feel like different writers
it did,
were on this movie? Because, to me, I feel that, I wouldn't say rushed, but...
And Kills in 2018, she has way different than Ends.
Ends, and like...
I know it's been 4 years and all that stuff, but...
And they tore the Myers house down. And... Like the carrot, like, okay, I get some pros and cons about the movies. Pros, I'll say Michael, the James Hugh Courtney who portrayed Michael Myers, he was phenomenal, S tier. The actress that played Allison, she was good, she was great. Nothing against her, she's a good actress. Jamie Lee Curtis, I mean, that's here or there. Honestly, I think Dr. Loomis, who's played by Donald Pleasance, was, to me, had a bigger role and to me, is a better character than her character. But She was all right. I mean, she wasn't bad. She's a good actress, but to me, I just don't. I just want them to end that storyline with them too, because there's multiple timelines in these Halloween movies. Like I was telling you, I think there's like 5 or 6. Like you got, for example, you got Halloween 2018 Kills and Ends is only the Halloween 78 and is the only movie that's canon. All the other ones aren't canon.
Yeah.
Like Halloween, like for instance, there's like a timeline where Halloween 3 is its own timeline, or Halloween 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6 is a timeline, or Halloween 1, 2, H2O, and Resurrection is a timeline. Then you got the Rob Zombie movies there, its own timeline. You know what I mean? You have different times. That's why I love the Halloween franchise so much. You have so many timelines they could go off of.
Yeah, but they have a lot.
I don't want Jamie Lee Curtis to come back. Like I want this. If this is truly her final movie, I think it could have been done better. I think she should have died with him. Because she's already been died twice. Like in Halloween 4, they say she died in a car crash. Halloween H2O, Halloween Resurrection, Michael killed her. So, and I mean, I don't want to seem like I'm just nagging on this movie, hating on this movie, but man, this is what they thought of.
Yeah.
In 2 years, it was supposed to come out in 2021, but COVID. So this is really the best y'all had, and you could say it any way you want, but to me, it literally did not feel like a Halloween movie. It felt like it felt like they made the movie and were like, well, we don't want to put Michael Myers in it, but we have to because it's a Halloween movie and people are gonna want to see him in the movie.
Because the whole movie basically was about half the movie was about Corey and what's the name?
Allison.
Yeah, relationship.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, and then it some of the kills weren't even shown.
No, it wasn't. No.
Like the mask. Oh, the mask, dude, was beautiful. The Halloween mask, like they did, dude, S tier.
Yeah.
Like I put that mask right next to the 78 mask. To me, it's perfect. But man, dude, it just sucks because I would think that Michael. This is. I was telling Foot Dog off camera, and I've been telling him for a week before we did this. He asked me if I wanted to do an extended review to give my opinions on it. I told him, yeah, sure, because man, I have a lot of things to say about this movie. He's like, I know, dude, you looked pissed. I was like, I was, dude. But anyway, this is how I would have done it. I would have shot the beginning of the movie, kept it the same way, but when I would have had the homeless guy drag Corey to his place. And he had woke up and he told him not to go in that tunnel because the boogeyman lives in there, and he went in there anyways. And Michael grabbed him, and they still looked at each other, but he fled, and he went and tried to tell the police department that Michael's in the sewers, but they don't believe him because everybody thinks he's crazy anyways for killing that little kid. But then I would have had the homeless man go in there and say, well, I'm not scared of the boogeyman, or and he go in there and Michael kill him, and then he come out and he sees he sees Corey going by, and he's like, well, I remember seeing him. He fled from me.
Yeah.
And then Michael was just let loose killing people, and the whole time they think, oh, we think it's Corey because we already think he's a little crazy. It turns out it's Michael killing everyone.
Yeah.
And then he follows Corey to the house, and Corey sacrifices himself. Like Lindsay comes up first, he kills Lindsay, and then Corey tries to fight him, and he wounds Corey, and then Allison comes up with Laura, and they try, and he knocks him away, and then he kills Corey doing the self-sacrifice, trying to sacrifice himself for Allison, and he kills Corey. He knocks Allison away, and then him and Lori get to fighting.
Yeah.
And then they both go down, and I would have had Michael fall into the trash compactor thing, and then both of them go down in the trash compactor.
Yeah.
Like a self-sacrifice you did, like she said the words like something like, you can be free, you don't need to live with this burden above your head. Don't do what I did. Don't throw away your family and your life. And it was like the sad music playing, and she tackles him or whatever, he stabs her through the neck, and she stabs him through the head, and they both go through the trash compactor.
Yeah,
and then it ends. Like that's what I was
think,
thinking.
Yeah, that'd be that's what they should have done. To be honest with you, that is a good way. How that story go, that Halloween ends go, especially the ending. Because I do think they both should have died in that movie.
That's just my take. Like, you know, like I've said already, I'm a hardcore fan, dude. I love this franchise. I've seen all the movies, and I've ranked all the movies. And man, I'm telling you, dude, we've had to get do some bad things with the Halloween franchise. Like, hardcore fans will know it. When you'll get to it whenever event you get to it when we watch it. H2O and Raw Zombies Halloween 2, man. Whew. There's some bad movies, bro, but man, dude, I hope whatever they do next that they make this version of Michael like younger. Like, what do you think? Younger?
Yeah, I think they should do that. Make him younger.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. To go younger.
I think that's the only option they can do.
Like, they could pick up after Halloween Resurrection, because they could have him go after John.
Yeah.
And I mean, I know it would be confusing to casuals because the last 3 or 4 years it's been this timeline, but most people don't know his timelines. There's like 6 or 7 I really timelines. Never knew
until you told me about it.
Yeah, like most people think, oh, he's trying to kill his sister. No, they wiped that out. He just saw her that night, followed her.
Yeah.
Like I was saying with my pros though, I'll let you get to your pros and cons too. My pros, like I was saying, James U. Courtney, S tier, bro, phenomenal. Michael Myers, he's my top 5 without maybe top 3. He's right there, maybe top 3.
Yeah.
The Allison character, that actress, she did good. She's a good actress. I'd like to see. I wouldn't mind seeing her return. It's not the same character as another role.
Yeah.
I was saying, Jamie Lee Curtis. This isn't a rag. Like, this isn't me hating on her character. It's just she was alright. She was serviceable. I didn't really care about her character, at least. The Corey character, I liked him. I liked the actor that played him. It made me actually, feel like it made me actually feel for him. Like, man, they really mistreat this guy now that he snapped.
Yeah, he did a good job. Acting.
Like, he made me feel like, man, like they kept picking on him. And he snapped. He finally snapped, and now he's off killing these people. And it's like, man, I kind of feel for him. Like, I'm supposed to like go, man, he's evil, but really, it's what happens when society makes you out to be a monster. And when you finally turn into a monster, and Corey, I'm gonna take Jamie Lee Curtis out of my. Well, I'll keep her in my cons. On my pros. My pros. I'll say James U. Courtney for Michael was a pro. Allison's that character and actress was a pro. Guess Lori I'll keep as a pro. Corey's character, the actor, a pro. I think the cinematography was well done. I did like it.
Yeah.
I think it was shot well. I just felt like some things were rushed. They were rushed or they didn't have enough time to film.
Rushed.
They were on a deadline. It was weird. Like you were saying, it was weird how it was like did she know him like in the past 4 years? Because the way she was flirting with him was like she knew him, but she didn't know him.
Yeah, I don't think we ever got the explanation why, how she met him or how did she know him. At least I don't know how.
I don't either. I didn't get across that.
I don't know if anything happened in 2018. No, it can't be 2018 because
she was in high school.
Yeah, she was in
And Kills, she was still in high school. That was the same night.
And the stuff that happened when him was like 10 years. Was it 10 years?
What?
When he was a kid. Not a kid, but he was a teenager, but and he accidentally killed the little
boy. That was 2019. That was a year after 2018, they said. Okay. So it was only a year, but it was a year. 3 years after that, and everyone thought he killed that kid, even though he didn't. It was an accident. But I'm gonna get into my cons. Lindsay's character I thought was completely wasted. I thought they were gonna do something with her. I mean, literally, you could just take her out of the movie, you wouldn't even notice.
Yeah.
I felt like she was wasted. That whole character arc was wasted. I thought she was gonna have a bigger role in the movie, like Tommy did in Kills, but she didn't. I think she should have died in Kills. I thought, okay, they're saving the character, they're gonna bring her back for something bigger. They didn't. Yeah. Lindsay's character, the sheriff character, I wish that Michael would have killed him, because to me he was probably the, if not the worst, one of the worst sheriffs I've seen in any horror movie. Like you see in 2018 when Brackett tries to warn him that he got a loose psychopath out there, and he said, "What are we gonna do? Cancel Halloween?" Like that's you got a serial killer loose. He's been locked away for 40 years.
Halloween can wait.
Right, him, and then the ending of that movie was a big con. They could have, I could have had Michael die. I could have that, but I just did not. I did not like the way they did that. Both died, and like another con, why would you keep the mask of a man who murdered at the end, your daughter and your brother-in-law?
After they killed him, and she took the mask, but she got the mask. I was like, what? Like you said, like
why he caused you 40 years of trauma and 2 failed marriages and your daughter. My thing is, you could say, well, it's more of a victory thing. Like she slayed the monster, she's gonna keep his mask. To me, I think the monster should have died with this mask.
Yeah, she should have burnt the mask.
Get rid of all trace of it. Yeah, that was weird. I don't know what that was all about. Oh, another pro I forgot. I like the Easter egg to Halloween 3 with the font, how it said Halloween ends, and the opening. The opening.
I did like that. Opening. I mean,
that was cool.
About that.
Remember the opening with the pumpkin? That was cool too. Oh yeah, and Halloween 2018 and Kills openings were great too. I see Gons. I said Lindsay. I said the sheriff. I said the ending. In that one character, that a woman who got stabbed with that light tube, she should have died.
Like was it in Kills?
When he broke he stabbed her.
He stabbed her in the neck, and then he take it out.
Yeah, the blood filled the whole tube up, and he took it out. And then
died. There's no way she was still alive. She's still alive in this movie. Yes, but she's in a wheelchair
because she was laying there bleeding out, and he was stabbing her husband in the back with those knives. Like, how was she still alive? Because there's no telling how long. Because you see in the hospital was like in a craze. She should have died. And I don't like how they almost assume like Lori had something to do with the way Michael was. Like when she was like, or when she said, "It's your fault for teasing that poor man or whatever." Now he don't kill. I was like, what do you mean? She didn't know Michael. Literally, Michael followed her and stalked her and tried to kill her.
Speaking of stalking, Corey did try to do the same thing.
Yeah, that Michael did. Yeah. Like, dude, it literally, man, it
was like a shot by shot copy. Not completely, but the way he did it made it look like Michael did it back in the original Halloween.
78, 78. Another thing. Like we were saying earlier with that scene though, when like that and another con, that scene when he took his mask, dude.
Yeah.
Foot dog, bro. When you saw me, you could see the anger. I was so mad. I was almost shouting at the screen, like, why would you, like, you literally make Michael look weak.
Yeah.
Like, you can't sit there and tell me that director, like, I could not be in that same room as they were filming that and go, yeah, that was good. Yeah, we totally, like, what about you? Like, if you was in there, wouldn't you give the feedback to your director? Like, I don't know, this is looking bad. Like, I could understand if he had, like, shot Michael or something, or, like, distracted him, or, like, he hurt him, but he literally wrestled him and slammed him to the ground, and he was like, oh, you're just a man in a mask. But, yeah, man, when he slammed him to the ground, like, because it looked like they were wrestling. Like, you know what it reminded me of? when like you and your brother, like you ever had to like wrestle with your sibling over the controller, the video game, like you're like, I'm playing this time. Oh, you already played, so they wrestle. That's what it felt like. And he slammed him to the ground, and it was like a loud, like he couldn't breathe. And then he said, like I was saying, he said, "You're just a man in a mask." I was like, and those are just my emotions. Like, what are we doing right now? And then he starts to crawl out, and I think, oh, he's gonna grab his leg.
That's what I thought.
He stood up. Yeah. I was like, Michael, ain't no way you're gonna let him take your mask and not do nothing about it. And then all those events happen, and then Corey gets shot twice and stabs himself in the neck. Yeah. And Michael grabs the mask, and I'm thinking, oh man, dude, he set out this movie. He's coming back with a vengeance. Yeah. No, it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2 movies. That's it. Pins him to the countertop and pushes the refrigerator on him.
Yeah, that was it.
It was like, dude,
it was pretty dumb the way he did that. Like he was only in the movie for 10 minutes. It felt like.
Foot dog. Well, like I remember I said my pros and cons. What would be your pros and cons, Foot dog, of your positives and your negatives?
Let me see. Pros, I'll say the kills in this movie was pretty good. Even though it wasn't Michael. Michael didn't have the best kills, but the kills in this movie was pretty good. The way the kills Corey had. And another one, the pros, I know you probably didn't like this the fight scene, but I kind of liked it.
You enjoyed it?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't really like it like that, but I liked it enough to put it on my pros. And another one, the characters, the actors, they did a pretty good job. I think they did a real good job on that. Another pro. Let's see. I think that's all my pros, to be honest with you.
Oh, wow. Okay. Let me hear the cons.
There might be a bunch of that. Let's see. All right. Corey as a killer. Michael being weak.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
The end scene. The final scene when they kill Michael.
Yeah, like lift him up like he was a fallen hero or something. Yeah.
Laurie should have died with him. Another con, it's kind of pushing it, but the way they market the movie to be Michael and Laurie's final face off. Yeah. Let me see. The relationship the movie the relationship they did with Corey and Allison is her name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't really care for that or liked it because that was basically half the movie. This damn relationship.
Yeah. You're right.
Him killing people, and she knows he's killing people,
acting dumb. Yeah. It was like, I guess, I don't know. It's like she didn't like I said, she didn't care because she knew it was like she knew something was weird about it, but she didn't do anything.
What else? I didn't like the when Corey just went and took his mask.
That I'm gonna add that to my cons too. Another taking his mask out.
Michael just staring in his eyes and it seemed like, what are you doing? Like transferring your powers to him?
Yeah,
that's what it felt like.
He was seeing everything Michael did and everything
Corey did, or everything Corey went through.
And, you know what? Before you continue with your cons, I'm gonna have to go ahead. I'm gonna add another con. So you just made me think of that ending scene. I didn't like it either. I didn't like that ending scene. I didn't like the way they did Michael in that sewer in that fight scene when he took his mask. Yeah. And like you said, making Corey the killer, hated that. I hated that. And continue. My bad. I didn't mean to interrupt you, dog, but I had to go ahead and chime in right there. Right there. Some of my cons. It's more of my cons.
I didn't get why the homeless dude was alive, and he knows Michael was in there. I would have thought Michael probably would have killed him too.
Yeah.
That's another con. Like I I didn't get that part. Well, let's see, another part. I ain't a con for me.
Would you say when Michael had out of character dragged Corey into the sewer tunnel?
That too. Yeah, I did not like that. It was pretty dumb. It was out of character for Michael because I never seen him do that. Just drag him in there
and just leave him in there.
Leave him in there. Yeah, he didn't kill him. Wasn't he? He was just staring at him, wasn't
he? Yeah, like he woke up and he was going out of the sewer, and Michael had grabbed him, and they were staring at each other, and he was like, he looked into the windows of his soul, and did that little tilt, and then he let him go.
Yeah, and the kill when Michael was just shaking there when he killed that dude in the sewer.
Foot Dog.
Like I was like, what? You telling me this is his first kill, and he
in 4 years,
and he's doing this? When in 2018 it was 40 years, and he got his first kill in that. He didn't do that.
Foot Dog, you just I'm telling you, that movie's almost a blur. Yeah. Yes, that scene where he lured that guy, like he tricked him. I can't even say the word right. He tricked him and got him to go down there. And he like, I ain't gonna lie, that was pretty smart of Corey to do that, because I didn't know where they were going. There, I was like, wait a minute, he might be tricking him because he wants to see. But man, when Michael tackled him, well, he didn't tackle him. When he grabbed him, and dude nudged him in the stomach, and he went back and like fell, and he did that thing with his arm, and Corey come up and said, get up, show me how. I was like, I looked at Foot Dog, I was like, okay, first of all, you're acting like this, you're hurt from this, but yet you were literally stabbed 3 times by Allison. You were stabbed in the back by a pitchfork. Curse stomped. Yeah, whenever that guy had shot him like 5 times, they beat him with 2x4s, bats, irons. Maybe there was some tire irons. Maybe there's some crowbars in there. But oh yeah, dude nudges you in the stomach, you fall down. I didn't like it. He was the way he talked down to him, like, dude, this is an icon. This is a legend, bro. This was just as bad, almost as bad as me, is when Busta Rhymes put his finger in Michael's face and said, huh? You don't get it? Huh? It don't register? I thought we were past that. I didn't like Corey talking down to him anyways.
I didn't either.
And then, like you said, Corey holds him. Okay, this is where we go off the rails. Like, we were on the track, right? Me and you, we were on the track, right? Yeah. We were going to Hogwarts, but somewhere in there, the tracks got it was rusted, and he went off the tracks. Wherever this man had him in like a master lock, or had him in like for better terms, wrestling terms, like, they used to do the master lock, or like Bobby Lashley does to her, like, you know, when you put your hands over someone's head and they can't really move, he slits his throat. I'm thinking, okay, I mean, that's for Michael,
right?
And he starts shaking, like, he starts shaking really, like, made something like he was James Brown or something. Dude, he was over there like he was going, watch yourself, show me what you like. He was shaking, and then he started stabbing him. He goes, and then Corey was like, he was aroused, but he was like showing him how.
Yeah.
I didn't, like you said, I did not like that, dude. Why is he didn't do that in any movie ever.
You tell me Corey is the one that he sees some stuff of him into Corey. He sees like.
And for a better term, I know, Foot Dog, you're a huge fan of Mortal Kombat. Like, when Shang Tsung fights someone and he kills them, he gets their soul, it makes him stronger, right?
Yeah.
That's what it felt like to me. Like, he was powering up, like he was fucking Hulk Hogan, dude. He was getting like juiced up. The soul was coming.
There was a scene multiple scenes where it was either Michael was killing or Corey was killing. Corey kept unraveling his bandages.
Oh my goodness!
Checking his hand. I was like, what is he doing? can he heal? Like what you said, can he heal?
Yes, I looked at you. I said, "Foot dog, is he gonna heal?"
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I thought Michael's fingers were gonna start growing.
Yeah.
And it was like weird, like it was like that scene with the doctor. He was stabbing him, that scarecrow mask, and Michael grabbed her. I was like, dude, and like what we were saying earlier about this scene. It was just so weird. Like it was like he had a bat signal. He was like Commissioner Gordon, dude. He had like a bat signal and said, "Okay, follow me." How does he know Michael would even follow him?
I have no idea.
Like, isn't he supposed to be unpredictable? Like he's like a shadow. Right. He's a shape. You don't know where he's gonna go. Right.
That's another crime too.
Like, why would Michael even allow this almost not a toothpick, but almost like boss this man around?
Yeah.
Like evil doesn't have a master. He doesn't have friends. When like he's evil.
Yeah.
How could you feel comfortable to know, oh, he ain't gonna stab me in my back or break my fucking neck? Right. And then when he finally, like, honestly, I thought, to get into my closing thoughts, toward the last scene too, where Lori had acted like she was gonna do suicide, and he opened the door and shot him. He fell off of that balcony and hit the floor.
Yeah.
My thing is, he shrugged off 2 shots.
Yeah,
right?
he did. Yeah.
He stabbed himself in the neck. But to me, like when she said, you really think Allison would love you or whatever, she said, I thought it meant, oh, okay, Allison was in on this too.
Yeah.
He stabbed himself. But why would you pull the knife out of his neck and hold it there looking so guilty?
And then Allison walks in and sees her. What, didn't she see her?
Yeah, with the knife in his hand. I was like, why would you do that? You made yourself look guilty. Yeah. And then she did that roar noise. I was like, I mean, what is she, a predator? You know, that roar noise like the Predator did in the Predator movie.
Yeah. That's all my cons. I had like, I think I counted, I think it was like 8.
And like I said, so dog, I love this franchise. I love it to death. I'm a hardcore fan. I bought that triple 15 disc deluxe box set. I bought 2018 and Kills on Blu-ray, and yes, I'm gonna buy Ends. But I heard some bad, like I heard that Ends had one of the worst drop-offs from week to week for a horror movie. Yeah. And usually the releases I was telling you, Foot Dog, came in January for 2018 and Kills. Blu-ray released January, but now I seen they revealed that the official reveal is December, and I'm like, oh man.
Crazy. That's just 2 months after the movie came out.
And I told him, I said, I mean, negative feedback for a movie goes a long way now. People really
does.
Like the Rotten Tomatoes and critic score and
or any
that goes a long way. And if you hear nothing but terrible reviews about a movie, it's gonna what's it gonna do? Influence you to want to go and watch it now, right?
Yeah.
This is what I'd say. If you are a casual fan, you don't know much, but you're into horror movies and you've heard of Michael Myers, I recommend you go watch it.
Yeah.
Just for a popcorn value movie. But if you're a hardcore fan and you're looking in like, man, oh, this is like a great. I hope that they do Michael right. I hope the send off is great. I hope I leave knowing that this trilogy was like gonna bring Michael out of the ashes and bring it back in the mainstream. This is just my opinion. I've told you this off camera. You're gonna be this is just my opinion. I was highly disappointed.
Yeah.
I think you might be highly disappointed now. It may take a few rewatches. But man, those pros I had those cons outweigh those pros. I agreed with you Corey being the killer. Awful.
Yeah.
Killing Michael the way he did. Awful. The fight scene at the end. Didn't like it. Could have been better. The having Michael as a background character, barely even in the movie. Having Corey take his mask from him and become the new Michael.
Yeah.
Having Michael act so out of character.
Yeah, he was strange. Way out of character. He didn't act like himself in that movie.
And then getting talked down to and like Corey could summon him like he has a bat beeper or a bat signal. But like I said, I got some pros. Like I said, like I was telling you, Michael's actor, James E. Courtney, phenomenal dude. The mask, the mask was great, it was perfect to me. Allison's character and the actress was great. Jamie Lee Curtis, Lori, I mean, take it or leave it. I don't show up there for her. Corey's character, the Corey Cunningham character, the actor, he did it. What I wouldn't. I'm not saying that he made the movie bad. I'm just saying, I just don't like what they did with his character. I liked his character and actor. I just didn't like what they did with his character. But I ain't gonna lie. Whenever I scored the movie at first, I scored it a 4 out of 10 because
I think it was worse than that. I think that too.
Because I felt the movie was I was anticipating it for so long because you think the gap between Halloween, the Halloween Rob Zombie's Halloween 2009 to 2018, that's a 9-year gap.
Yeah.
And dude, I tell people all the time, a foot dog, Michael Myers, I think he's the GOAT. I think he's the greatest of all time. I know you think Jason, but I know you think Jason, but that's the saying. We all got opinions. You know what I mean? And I like Jason. I've seen majority of his movies. Like I've seen the majority of the Chucky, the Scream movies, the Jeepers Creepers movies, the Wishmaster. Shoot, there's so many of them. So many horror icons out there. Leatherface, Freddy, But yeah, man, if I had to score it, man, it's going to be controversial.
Yeah, if you had to score it now.
Trying to remember what I scored it on my ranking. I know I put it. I didn't put it as the worst movie. I put it like I know it was the worst movie. I put Halloween Resurrection, and then Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, and then I believe I put it's either it was Halloween 5 or it was Halloween Ends. I know it was at the bottom, like it was because there's 13 movies. It was maybe number 9 or 8. It was low at the bottom. How I'm feeling right now, I'm gonna have to go with a 5. I'm scoring it at 5 out of 10 because, like I said, Michael wasn't portrayed great, but the actor played him like for what he had to deal with and what he had to go off of. He did an amazing job as Michael, like one of the best Michaels in my opinion of all time.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
He was he was awesome as Michael. He brought Michael back. He made him seem serious and threatening. Like I ain't gonna lie, dude. He made me a little fearful of him because I'd hate to run into that.
Yeah,
Michael. Like I said, now I think he didn't get he had 3 kills and they were all kind of lame. And Corey had all the best ones. But like I said, that was on my cons. But yeah, I would score it right now a 5 out of 10.
5 out of 10.
Ghost, if you're casual, go see it. You'll probably like it because, it's just a simple horror movie. It's just a casual fan of the franchise. You don't know much. If you're a hardcore, I'd say watch it on Peacock. What would you say? Yeah, that's what I would rely on. What would you say, Foot Dog? Your ending, I said a 5 out of 10.
So this movie, I think originally I gave it a 5 out of 10. I'll go up a little bit and give it a 6 because I kind of, when I first seen it, I kind of was in a different mood that time because I didn't really expect the movie to go like that. But I'm gonna have to give it a 6 now since everything has settled down and all this stuff. But I have to give it a 6.
All right. Well, I appreciate you having me on here, Foot Dog. I look forward to coming back to doing other horror movie reviews with you. But I appreciate it, and thank you for having me. I'll see you later, Foot Dog.
All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment down below. And I have links to Suspect Shark's channel down below. So I'll see y'all in the next one.